taking. Every move I make feels lost with no direction. My faith is shaking, but I gotta keep trying. Gotta keep my head high. There's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it through. Always gonna be an uphill battle, and sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side. It's a climb. Welcome, Vosho, to another one of Reb's War Recaps. As you can see, Miley Cyrus is bringing us up, letting us know that it's okay to lose because it's always another mountain to move. Wow, so we had a tough loss. So there were many things that attributed to this loss. One of the few things were we brought in too many new players, high-level players, into this war, especially 4120, which is a Town Hall 11. He was unpredictable, unreliable, didn't use his attacks. Cock God didn't have a queen, and we brought him in as well. So, and then a few handful of other players who have joined us for the last few wars, and still we weren't really... we didn't really mesh well with them just yet, and we also brought them in. So you can say this 30 and 30 war, a good 5 or 6 members who are now not with a clan were, a little iffy, and they came in and they made us match up to a clan that was really good. I mean, Aussie Aussie did a very good job at attacking us. They 3-starred all of our Town Hall 9s. They did a phenomenal job. Take nothing away from them on beating us down. But like Miley Cyrus says, you gotta keep your head up and you gotta keep moving on. I'm gonna show you a quick statistics in a little bit here that shows how slightly unbalanced this war was. Okay, so what you guys should be seeing right now on your screen is a little PDF I made here on an Excel sheet of a comparison between our clan and Aussie. I brought it down to 22 bases. Because the rest, everything lower than that was Town Hall 8, so it didn't really matter that much. So immediately when you look at it, we have about 3 bases that were half bases. So we have a 1 town 10.5, 2 9.5s, and they have a bunch of 9.5s. So that's not really a big thing. Sure, they have 1 half base stronger than us. No big deal. But the real comparison is when you look at the queen level and king level. So I tallied it up, just did a straightforward add up of all of it, and our total queen level strength is 471. Our king level strength is 451. Their queen level and king level strengths are at 501 and 480. So when you do the math on that, that's a whole 30 level queen higher and 29 level king higher. So what does that mean? That means they have stronger heroes than all of us on average. That means that they can do a whole lot better. It gives them a chance to do a whole lot better than us on average. So the war matchup here is slightly unbalanced hero strength wise. And if you if you look at the data a little more carefully, look at 19, 20, and 21. Our heroes are queen level 7 and 10. 10 and 9, not a big deal. But look at number 20. Our queen level 6, king level 10, there's 2020. So you have some low level guys that can actually come up and 3-star higher Town Hall 9s. So this, I need to stress a point when you're recruiting and you're accepting members into the clan, make sure that they meet our minimum requirement of a Town Hall 9 of 30 combined heroes. That's super important when you're matched up in war, because as you can see, number 20 here, our guy is at 6 and 10, and theirs at 2020. So when you have low-level Town Hall 9s joining the clan going into war, it can create unbalanced wars. So that's all I need to say about that. Moving on from this screen. Second thing I want to point out as a big biggie that Stephanie has put up in her clan mail is practice. Practice makes perfect. That's not just a saying that we throw around anymore. It's something that we really need to focus on. When Dew was here, I believe his name was John, he forced us to practice a lot because it was very annoying when he kept jumping on and asking for practices. Well, guess what, guys? He 3-starred all of his basics except for the last one that he did, and then we end up kicking him. But anyways, he asked for a ridiculous amount of practices, and that's what we need to do as well, because practice makes perfect. And especially for you guys out there who are not 3-starring on a consistent basis, I want to see you practicing more often. And then and add on to that, even if you're a 3-star guy consistently, before you go and do a war attack, practice. Throw it out there. Get your first attack jitters out so that when you go into that attack, you're more at peace, you're calmer, you're more focused, and you give yourself a better chance of 3-starring that base. I know I'm saying that because out there, I'm not 3-starring consistently myself, but as you can see, even when I do fail, it's a 99%, 98%, things like that. So that's to stress that practice is very important. So please, guys, when you jump on, when you're not doing anything, even if you have raid troops, just throw your base out there and let someone else practice and give them an opportunity to grow. Okay, guys, let's jump right into the war recap. Not much to recap against this one. Aussie Aussie did a great job again at just 3-starring all of our bases. Looking down at some of the fine points here, we did an average attack duration of 2 minutes and 12 seconds. They did 2 minutes and 9 seconds with a higher average destruction. So they were just more efficient and faster at kicking our asses on that one. So there was one replay that I want to highlight, and that would be from Yofu's. He is the only top guy aside from Stephanie who had 6 stars. So Yofu's second attack was on number 11. He did a queen walk with mass Valks, and I want to point out that where he dropped his queen was very, very smart. He didn't drop her right at the corner here where this army camp is. He dropped her 2 buildings in at that barrack, and the reason for that is he's going to ask her to go left. By dropping her there, she has a higher chance of going to the left. And I'm assuming there's going to be some wizards or something dropped after this archer tower here is distracted by the queen to take out that army camp. So we're going to watch that and move on. Healers comes down. She should, after killing that wizard tower, go left. And she certainly did. Now, there's a risk here of her going right, but I would drop down some wizards. There they come. To clear that army camp and force her to go left, sacrificing 2 wizards. Then he starts his minions and his king down here to start to clear the funnel. And look at that. As soon as the funnel is created, he throws down his Valk, where the Valks have nowhere else to go but straight into that base, throw down a wall breaker, and in they go. Once they're in, you want to poison the CC, get the queen in there to take out that baby dragon, and force rage the Valks to break that wall and force their way inside that base. Once inside, rage them again to quickly get through those walls and go attack the heroes. Heal them to make sure that they're sustained and they can last longer. And at this point, he's got 1 heal left, and a core of the troops there just going to bamboozle that whole right side. With a healer still focusing on, I thought that was the queen, but it looks like it's focusing on a Valk there. But that's fine. The queen is in the near vicinity anyways, so the healers will stay on top while he has a huge amount of Valks on the top left-hand corner, which will come together at the town hall. And when you see that many amount of troops still left over, with only about 5 defenses left, well, the defenses better be shitting their pants at this point. So the troops are going to make their exodus towards the defenses here. And I'm just going to fast forward at this point because it's just a massacre on the remainder part of this base. What you want to take away from this is where he starts his queen walk to make sure that he gives her direction to move in the right way. And second, the funnel was perfect so that the Valks could not stray outside the base, had nowhere else to go but towards the wall and into the core and into the middle. So great attack, Yofus. You got to tell me how to pronounce that properly. I want to call you Ron for the next little while. So great attack, Ron. Thank you very much for your contribution. You are a good find for this clan. I hope you stay here and do well for us in the future as well. Okay, all right, guys. War prep. So let's jump right into it. Gods of the Night. Wow, that took me a while to read that. So we're up against Gods of the Night. They are a level 8 clan, and they have their war log available to view. which is kind of dumb, but at the same time it helps us. So I'm not gonna not gonna call it dumb twice or 3 times in a row, which I just kind of did. Anyways, if you look at their total destruction percentage, 80, 89, 89, 94, 90. As of late, they don't do very well. They usually do 15-15s majority of the time. And you barely do they go over 90% total destruction. So that means they're not going to use all of their attacks. They don't get a lot of participation, and they're about 50-50 on wins versus losses. So in terms of clan participation, they don't seem like a very good clan. They may not use all of their attacks. So we should have a hands up that way, because I like to think we're better organized than these guys. When you look at their town hall levels versus all town hall levels, we may have 1 or 2 accounts that are stronger, but not much. It looks fairly evenly matched. They have 2 town hall 11s, 3 10s, bunch of 9s that goes down all the way to 14, and then the 8 start. And so I think we can handle these guys very well. Let's look at their top town hall 9. Their hero strength there is 10 and 13. Our top town hall 9 should definitely have stronger heroes than that, and probably won't even be attacking this one, because we normally assign it, so we push it low. So yeah, Max was right when he commented when the war was first started that, war was first matched up, that this should be an easy win for us. And now that I looked at the specs a little bit closer, I'm going to agree that it might be an easier war for us, as long as we follow the war assignments and majority of our clanmates 3-star their attacks, which I don't think should be a problem for this. So guys, let's use this as a bounce back war. Let's kick some ass, put the past in the past, climb that mountain, and move forward. So clash on, and I'll see you at war.